Alrighty, guys. So another hour here at the Fort Smith International Film Festival, and we have Marc with us today. Marc, how you doing?
Great. I'm doing great.
Fantastic. So we see that your badge says Filmmaker. We're assuming you have a film here. What is it called?
It's called Banana Triangle 6.
Where'd you get that name from?
Actually, it's the film is based on, I adapted a short story by Louis Bayard, and that's the name of the story.
Oh, okay.
Banana Triangle 6.
And so for those of us like myself who haven't read the short novel or seen your movie, can you give us a quick summary of it without any spoilers, of course?
Yeah, it's basically a day in the life of an old fellow that lives in a retirement home, dealing with the daily tribulations of that kind of lifestyle, bad food, conniving ladies trying to get dates, but then it switches over to a little bit dark side and deals with some issues of dementia and that time of life.
The only reason why I laugh is I was a CNA for about 4 or 5 years ish, and bad food, little ladies out there, giving you quick pinches here and there. You're just like, ma'am, please don't.
Yeah,
You're my grandma. I can't. You can't do that to me. So that's like a movie after my own heart, right there.
Great.
What inspired you to make this kind of film?
Well, I was casting around. I retired and I wanted to get back into filmmaking. I'd been out of it for quite some time, but we're in the middle of COVID, so couldn't really do much production. So I decided to start writing. And one of the ways I like to write is I read a lot of short stories or just stories in general. And it's a little easier than coming up with totally original ideas to try to see if you like a story that inspires you and then adapt it. So I read this story a couple of years ago and kind of set it off to the shelf to say I'd like to make a movie of that someday. And the opportunity came, and I happened to get in touch with Louis Bayard, who was the author of the story. And he said, go ahead, go for it. So
wow.
So that really helped.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So shifting from your film to the film festival itself, is this your first festival? Have you been around before?
No, we've been traveling with it. This film, I was in films about 15 years ago and did a few film festivals then, but this film's caught on pretty well, and we've had the opportunity to travel around quite a bit. So we started in last year at the Fayetteville Film Festival for the first time it showed.
Wow.
And now we were in New York 2 weeks ago, and we're headed to Richmond in September and Breckenridge in September, and then out to Washington in the end of September. So
wow.
So we're getting the traveling in.
Just zooming all over the place.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So for the people who haven't watched this film yet or kind of on the fence about it, what can you tell them about the movie, or why do they need to watch this film?
Well, I mean, it's like I said, it starts out as a comedy, but then gets a little dark. But I found that almost everybody that I've talked to after they've seen the film, it really resonates with people because, like I said, it deals with the dementia issue, and that's such a relevant issue. Almost everybody that I went into has somebody, either a family member or a friend or somebody that they're knowing that having to go through that with the aging population. So it just resonates with a bunch of people, and people, they seem to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Even though they bring a hanky.
Absolutely. No. As I said, I'm a CNA, so I'm pretty sure the waterworks will start coming from me, seeing people on the screen, reminding me of my old residence, and it's just like, I can't.
Yeah, really.
I went to a medical delivery place, and I saw this armchair, and it has nothing to do with anything, but I saw this armchair, and it immediately hit me, a wave of emotion, because I saw a few of my residents in that chair, and it's like, I gotta leave. I can't be here.
Yeah.
But other than my sad story, thank you for coming in. Appreciate your time, and
Great. I appreciate you.
good luck out here.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
Good to see you.